Hello, welcome to this video where we will deep dive and learn about rules and scoring functionalities supported in the Data Integrity Suite. A rule defines conditions that a data must meet to be considered valid, accurate, and reliable. Rules in turn generate scores that define completeness and validity of the data. Scores are generated at the data source, dataset, and field level. To view the rules configured in the Data Integrity Suite, click Catalog from the main navigation menu and navigate to the Rules tab. The Rules tab lists all the rules in the Data Integrity Suite. The following details are displayed in the Rules tab: rule name and the type of the rule, the dimension associated with the rule, the total number of target fields, status of cataloging, the date when the rule was last evaluated, and the associated description. There are two types of rules available in the Data Integrity Suite: default rules and custom rules. Default rules are created by default in the application and triggered on all the cataloged assets, and custom rules are created by a user in the workspace by configuring certain conditions, and it is triggered only on the selected assets. There are three default rules created in the workspace: default blank check, default null check, and default validity check. Default blank check is applied to all the fields to check for blank values in records. Default null check is applied to all records in a field to check for null values, and default validity check is applied to all fields to check if a field contains valid data according to the semantic type. Clicking on a specific rule displays further details on the rule scores and the rule definition. The Rule Scores tab displays the name of the field, the generated score, and the date when the rule was last evaluated. Rule score indicates the quality of data based on the rule criteria. The Rule Definition tab provides rules description, dimension, scoring bands, total number of associated target fields, pass conditions, result type, and the associated expression. The scores are also generated at the data source, dataset, and field level. We will look at this in a later part of the video. You can create a custom rule if you would want to create a rule from the scratch. This provides flexibility to define the conditions and select the specific fields on which the rule must be applied. To create a custom rule, click Create Rule. Provide a suitable name to the rule, an optional description, and select the dimension to be associated with the rule. The dimensions listed are used only for tagging purpose and do not affect the actual rule evaluation. Now, select the target fields that must be evaluated as part of the rule. Once the fields are added, add the pass conditions. These are the conditions that have to be satisfied for the rule to be evaluated. Basic conditions are evaluated for simple evaluation scenarios, and advanced conditions are used for complex evaluation scenarios. You can configure a basic condition by selecting the value and the associated operator. Any condition configured in the Basic tab is converted into an expression in the Advanced tab. Within the Advanced tab, you can configure an expression using numerical, string, and logical operators. Please refer to our Help Center where all the supported operators and functions are listed. Once all the parameters are configured, click Create. The created custom rule would appear in the Rules page. Once the rule is evaluated, the scores are generated accordingly. The scores are also generated at the data source, dataset, and field level. To view the scores at the data source level, navigate to the Data Sources tab. You can see the quality score generated for the respective data source. Click on the respective data source and navigate to the Scoring tab to view the quality score associated with each of the dimensions. The page displays scores associated with each of the dimensions and an aggregate score. On selecting a dimension, further details are displayed that include the name of the schema, the aggregate score, and the date when the schema was last evaluated. Similarly, scores are generated at the dataset level. To view the scores at the dataset level, navigate to the Datasets tab. You can view the scores generated at the dataset level. Click on the specific dataset and navigate to the Scoring tab to view further details on the generated scores. The page displays the aggregate score and the dimensions based on which the scores are generated. On selecting a dimension, further details are displayed that include the name of the associated field, the aggregate score, and the date when the field was last evaluated. Similarly, scores are generated at the field level and can be accessed in the Fields tab. Navigate to the Fields tab. The quality scores are generated at the field level. Click on the respective field and navigate to the Scoring tab. The page displays the aggregate score and the dimensions based on which the scores are generated. On selecting a respective dimension, further details are displayed that include the name of the rule, the aggregate score, and the date when the rule was last evaluated. The scores thereby provide details on the validity and credibility of the data. With this, we have covered the essential functionalities of the rules and scoring features supported in the Data Integrity Suite. For more information, you can visit our Help Center at help.cloud.precisely.com. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.